Every day, these learners amaze me. Every day you do. One of these amazing learners rose to the top of his class, and I'm sure his family and friends are as proud of him as I am. Please welcome our 2018 valedictorian, Usaid Malik.
Over the last 4 years at the Academy, we have gone through a lot. We started our first year in a school that didn't even have its first graduation. We didn't know what to expect. The school didn't know what to expect. We were the third set of guinea pigs to enter the experiment called the Academy, an experiment involving project-based learning in STEAM. And through the years, we were affected by this experiment. I wouldn't be giving this speech if I was the same person I was our first year. The quiet people like me grew more communicative. Many of us started to become leaders within our grade, giving people a purpose and leading discussion. We made connections with each other and learned more about how to work as a group rather than individuals. Being in Group Spice was where I personally learned to work with others during BTS, where I learned to ignore the word squirrel and stay away from the smell of green expo markers. I'm sure that some among us have had a similar experience, being with a group of people for a few weeks that changed our personality for the better. All of these skills, communication, presentation, and leadership, will help us in the future. The world is becoming a more connected place, and these skills are becoming more necessary to thrive. It is much harder now for an individual to make a groundbreaking new idea or to develop an amazing invention. Instead, such things now require people to work together. The ability to work in groups that we have developed here will only become more important in the future. I once read an interesting idea relating to the future. The idea is that if we had data on every single event that happened since the beginning of time, we could predict the end. If we were taken back to the day when we applied to the Academy, without the memories we have now, those of us who ultimately chose to leave would have still applied. What experiences we get affect where we end up, and therefore, if I had the experiences of everyone in this room, I could predict what actions you all would take. But I don't know that. The future is uncertain, and that's what makes it scary and yet exciting. Most of us are going to college, myself included. I am personally going to the University of Texas at Dallas, and I know others that are going to universities and colleges such as Cal Poly, University of Texas at Austin, University of Washington, and others. We will make new friends, new memories, and new ideas at those places. Some of us might end up making big changes to the world in the future. And since the future is uncertain, it is impossible for me to discount or sideline any of you in this room. Any of you could end up being that individual who I call in the future and say, "Hey, remember Usaid from high school? I heard you got a couple $1 million. I was wondering if you could help me with an idea." To close this, I would like to give a few thanks. First, I'd like to thank my dad for convincing me to study, which led to this opportunity. I would like to thank Miss Burnham, Miss Goodwin, and Miss Bates for staying at school late at night to let me program robots as part of Team 5431. I'd like to thank all the teachers at the Academy for putting up with my request for an A and teaching me throughout the years. I'd like to thank the Academy for giving me time to pursue personal projects, which help solidify what I want to do in life. And I'd also like to thank pseudonymous David, Eli, me, and honorary member Jordan Grant for being a supportive group and helping me program throughout the years. And finally, I would like to thank you all for being a supportive grade throughout our high school experience. Many of us have drastically different ideals and ideas for how to change the world, and yet not once do I remember a lasting conflict that led to something other than civil discussion. I only hope that the rest of the world will end up like this, a group of people of varying origins able to work together and solve problems. Thank you all.